What do you fear? Fear is a pretty powerful word. It's a word that means something different to all of us, I can promise you that. Put simply, fear is typically one of two things. You either have emotional fear or you have physical fear. So it's important, first of all, to know the difference between those two things. Real quick example, emotional fear could be something that a lot of people fear would be public speaking. I know even like my wife, the last thing on the planet she would ever want to do is to get up on stage in front of a large group of people and speak to them. I thrive on stuff like that. Say, I have no problem with that. I never have. Sure, I get anxiety and a little jittery about it, but I always found it easy to overcome that because I had the spotlight. And when I was a little kid, I always loved the spotlight, so public speaking was never a big fear for me. But that's a good emotional fear, or a good example of emotional fear. Physical fear, another example of that could be what? Easy. That could be you're walking down a street late at night, it's dark out, and you see a couple people ahead of you that look a little bit suspicious, look unpredictable. And so you can very quickly have physical fear, right? Fear for your safety, where you physically could be harmed. So those are two flavors of fear, let's say, right? So know the difference between those two. The other thing that's important to know is that you don't want to embrace your fears, I promise you that. You don't want to open your arms up and hug your fears. That's not what I think people, it's just the wrong terminology. What you want to do with fear is, first of all, you want to acknowledge that fear. Acknowledge that you have it. You can't disregard it, you can't blow it off, you can't pretend it's not there. That would be the wrong thing to do. You have to acknowledge the fact that you have fear for whatever it is that you're dealing with in your life. The second step is learning how to function with that fear. Okay? How to be able to battle through that fear. Because fear obviously holds us back from achieving great things. A lot of the greatest successes that all of us are familiar with in the last couple centuries, right? Those people, I'm sure, were very afraid before they took that leap of faith, before they took that step, before they did something that nobody else had ever done before, had attempted to do but never did, right? Fear holds people back from a lot of great achievement. But when we can overcome it, it's those people that acknowledged, yes, I'm extremely afraid of this. However, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to work through that. I'm going to function with that fear. I'm going to overcome that fear. And that's really the important thing to know when it comes to facing your fears. We've all heard that one. Don't embrace your fear. Don't give them a hug and a kiss. That's not what it's all about. It's about just being like, okay, I see you there, fear. I'm going to acknowledge you. You do exist. But you know what? I'm going to be tough in this moment, and I'm going to function knowing that you're there. Okay? And that's an important thing to know. I know it sounds simple, but it's something to think about. Thank you so much for watching. Check that link below. Actually, there's a lot of links down there you got to look at. Coach Chris, Team Critical Bench. We'll see you again real soon.